Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And over the past few years, we've heard how the Baltimore Orioles are stacked with young talent. And the past 2 years, they've reached the postseason, albeit they were unable to win a game. But they looked like a team that could be a contending team for quite some time. Well, as you know, if you're a baseball fan, they're off to a very disappointing start, and yesterday fired their manager Brandon Hyde, who was in his 8th season with the team. Now, he's not the first manager fired this season. I mean, the season is barely more than a quarter of the way through, and 3 teams have already let go of their manager. It started with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I'm basically, the point is that neither of the first 2 teams have seen their team necessarily have a spark after the team made a manager change, and it was actually the 7th year for Brandon Hyde with the Orioles. But starting with the Pittsburgh Pirates, who fired Derek Shelton and brought in Don Kelly. The Pirates were oft scrutinized this offseason for not really looking to help the team around the edges. Of course, they have Paul Skeens, Wonderkind as a starting pitcher, but not much around him. They didn't do much to improve the team in the offseason. Shelton was fired on May 8th, and they did win their first game after with Don Kelly, but you see since then they've lost 5 of 7, so a 3-5 record for Don Kelly thus far. And yes, it's a small sample size. The last 5 games and really all 8 games are against difficult NL East teams, but not much of a spark to start for the Pirates. The Colorado Rockies, who are having one of the worst seasons in MLB history, fired Bud Black after a lengthy time with the Rockies. They hired Warren Schaefer to become the new manager, just 40 years old, and he was fired after his Sunday win, Bud Black. I mean, they lost 21-0 on Saturday, won 9-3 Sunday, but he was fired after that. Well, Schaefer went on to lose his first 4 games as manager of the Colorado Rockies, but yesterday they did win 14-12. Okay, so they're an 8-37 team. Obviously, the outlier in the NL West for good to great teams in the NL West. And then there's the Colorado Rockies, who could be on pace for being one of the worst teams in MLB history, even on pace to perhaps surpass the all-time loss record set by the White Sox last year. Meanwhile, the Orioles, arguably the league's biggest disappointment thus far in the season, 15-28 once Brandon Hyde was fired yesterday. First game for interim manager resulted in a loss. I know it's their third base coach, who is the new manager. That is Tony Mansolino. Third base coach is now the interim coach, head coach, and manager. And 10-6 loss to start his tenure. So right now, if you do the math, Pirates are 3-5 since the manager change. The Rockies are 1-4 since their manager changed. The Orioles are 0-1, so 4-10 record. But man, kind of crazy that 3 managers have already been canned. Since the season began, really 2 of them had no expectations entering the year. I mean, maybe some people thought the Pirates had an opportunity since the NL Central didn't look all that strong, but, just not enough talent surrounding Paul Skeens. The Orioles, their main thing was they didn't adequately replace Corbin Burns, who signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks in the offseason via free agency. Bringing in Charlie Morton, 40-plus years old, and Grayson Rodriguez has not made his season debut. So right now the starting pitchers just a starting pitching is just a disaster for Baltimore. So maybe it's just one game. Can Tony Mansolino help spark the team? I'm not expecting the Pirates or Rockies to make any type of run, but if any of these three teams potentially can, maybe it's the Orioles. I mean, Adley Rutschman. Can we see the version of him that we thought we were going to see? 2023 really took the baseball world by storm, and really since the All-Star break last year has been probably around a 200 hitter. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.